I'm on the drugs right now. I can use your love right now. But instead they tryna tear me down. I'm just tryna.
Anyway, should we talk the trial? I feel like that's next up on the list. All right, all right. Derek Chauvin trial. He was found guilty. I feel like when we talked about it before, y'all were saying y'all wouldn't have been surprised had it been some bullshit and he was found not guilty. What were y'all's reactions? What was it like on the day of when y'all thought about the shit? What's on your minds?
Well, like any other morning, I woke up a little bit earlier than my alarm clock, went off. So probably got up at like 5 or something, Alarm don't really go off at like 7. Niggas just be up,
Sheesh.
So I was like, fuck it, let me read. So I read. Then I checked my phone. Then saw he was found guilty. And is it bad or wrong that I was a little bit sad?
What? What the fuck you sad about?
My inner anarchist was like, damn it. I kind of was like, fuck.
What?
Oh, you let
elaborate.
You let the watch shit burn, huh?
Well,
you can't say that though.
Wasn't sad. It was just like, I don't know. It was just like, that's the more boring option.
I see what you mean,
but you forget what we talking about. Though.
But you crazy.
You forget what we talking about.
Crazy ass nigga though.
Because prior to this, there was nobody no cop that got convicted for killing somebody who was black. Prior to this, that didn't have a fucking weapon, that didn't have any of that.
It was
that's fucking wild.
It was like 5 out of 16,000.
You wasn't sad though. I feel like you probably just used the wrong word. Cause fam, he had to go to prison. Nigga, he better get fucking locked up.
He wasn't sad. He's probably more like
not sad.
You were looking for dude. This would be pretty. Out of all the cases that people have gotten off, this would have.
That would have been crazy.
Cause it's insane. I was telling my brother about this. It was crazy. Cause I live in a world that I'm so glad I live in a world that if a cop kills me on camera, and we had hella witnesses, and damning testimonies, I might get off. He might get in trouble. And that's kind of sad that with all the evidence we had, we were still thinking about he still might get off though.
Yeah.
That's why everyone's so hyped and excited about it, and that it's how it should be. But it's all the it's there's so much hype because of how we're we've seen so many different times where bullshit did happen versus when someone gets killed, I'm not that just thrilled the guy who killed him on camera got prosecuted. It's I'm expecting that. That's how it should go. If someone walked up right now and shot you and it was on camera and shit, and assuming I didn't clap him right on the spot, he gets, God forbid, but he gets locked up. I'm not. Yeah, he should definitely. I assume, since it's all on camera, we all saw the same shit. I'm kind of assuming it should go that way, but I understand the fact of how we've seen other shit go in the past. So it's I get it.
And I feel like it will leave people hopeless, because it's happened so many times,
and that's why
they do not get convicted.
Even going down that's what I can't lie, because before that I'm bro, I'm not gonna even entertain that shit. When it happens, it'll happen. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be painful, outrage. But it's until that happens, I'm just gonna assume this whole shit is on camera. The same with the reason, when everyone's man, couldn't you believe the police chief testified it wasn't against protocol? It's well, yeah, I'm not. So what is he gonna say? It is no, it's pretty clear cut, man. It's fucked up what's happening, but it's yeah, justice should be served. But this one is fam, there wasn't even a decent defense. The whole shit, the defense looked like shit every time they tried to call a witness or call. Everything they did just made it look even more pain. Nothing they did really helped their case at any point. So it's bro, this shit should, obviously this nigga should be put away. The whole shit was caught on camera. We just get to sit here and debate. And I also feel a lot of the world, it was fucking entertainment. The way some people were just so obsessed with oh my God. And now this sounds bro, this shit should go one way and one way only. And if it doesn't, then we deal with that. But we only worried about the opposite because we see the way shit is gone.
All right, but look what happened, right? The jurors went to inside and deliberated for 10 hours.
Yeah.
On a 3-week trial.
Yeah.
They had a pig head show up at one of the witnesses' houses, right? Now here's where that goes in, right? As a juror, and if you're sitting there saying, okay, we have a decision to make. Do I want the heat of a mob attacking me at my house? I think that was a big part of this case of the mob mentality. And so that was definitely a part of the decision for that to happen. So it's and where I feel where it's set up now is, of course, you can say one side, yeah, we all saw what happened. Evidence is clear. But at the same time, there's always what they do is they'll set up another side for you to argue years about what happened, right? So George Floyd, if you kind of look into it, he was a criminal, stuff like that, but he had what 3 times the amount of normal fentanyl in his body system, but we don't talk about that. So it's like you can sit here and pick sides about what facts or what we saw. So now it's like this is not considered. I don't think this is considered like justice. Like this is just kind of perpetuating the same divisiveness and confusion that kind of goes on with what's going on, like with everything, you know. So it's like maybe the sadness comes from, I guess, me considering not justice not really being served. Like, okay, this guy goes to jail for that atrocious act, but maybe I'm just not happy with just calling that killing or what that happened as justice. Like as mad as people were hitting the streets, and I understand the reasons why they were mad, but what actually has been fixed? Like what actually has changed from then? Because we're gonna keep going on with the same shit every fucking day because some new shit's gonna pop up. So does his death really fucking matter? Because you still have small businesses getting torn up because the dumb motherfuckers decide to go loot and shoot and steal, do whatever. So what did we really learn? Because we're not going to pay attention to the policies that are changing, to the actual shit that really does fucking matter. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not happy with or satisfied with just him going to jail for that, like, or being guilty for that.
To not go to jail?
No, but I don't know. Like,
I feel like you're just mad at the justice system.
You said you want anarchy,
and obviously there's more to it. But
that was the bullshit, jokey, anarchist side. You know, that's a part of fucking people. Like, whatever. But
you know, it's like I feel like you got to celebrate some wins.
This is not a win, bro.
I could still see it as a win because I've never seen a fucking cop getting convicted for killing a black male like that.
See, it's so sad that how that's a win. When
we're
like,
happy with
it shouldn't be a win. That should be like the bare minimum.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I'm not. I'm not.
I feel like
I understand that. I'm just saying how like sad that is, and like kind of touching what Tori was saying. Like when people like they're acting like this is such like a victory. They're saying, "Oh, he can now rest in peace," and to me, it's like, no, he can't rest in peace.
I was looking for that.
Because that nigga didn't want to fucking die that day. Like, he's not no fucking martyr, bro. He didn't want to die for the greater good. Yeah. He was just a dude living that day, and he ran to the wrong fucking racist cop.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like it turns into, like, entertainment in terms of, like, there's so many fucking, the same people that, like, all of a sudden now it's, like, their big thing, and they're like, oh my God, what a big win. Yeah, the I can breathe shit now. And, like
shit like that, bro.
I forgot what celebrity was that tweeted out. I forgot her name. Someone posted, it was like, George Floyd couldn't breathe for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Now he can.
Like shit like that. That's some white people shit, bro.
But it's to see how we make it a storyline. Because if you saw someone get killed, yes, obviously there needs to be justice served as far as the system. You're like, yes, this person needs to be put away or dealt with outside of that. But assuming they're put away and arrested, it's just like, does that bring someone back? Like the whole issue is like this is happening to black people. So it's like, what are we really celebrating in terms of like, oh my God, the cop that fucking basically lynched a guy in front of everyone, he got prosecuted? Like, bro, that's what's supposed to happen. It's just unfortunate you got shit like the Rodney King incident where the cops weren't prosecuted and stuff like that. So it's like we're celebrating the breadcrumbs that we're given, but it's like, bro, it's obvious. Like, fam, it's fucking a video in front of everybody, and it's fucking 2021. People their ears and eyes are a little bit more open. How could it not? Like, really, how could it not? How could the verdict have not gone this way? Even watching the court case, like that's why I was saying I was so impatient watching it, because it's like, fam, we all saw this shit. Like, this is so tedious and just fucking slow. Because it's like, bro, at the end of the day, we all saw the thing. It's not like we're learning new stuff like that. Like, we're just having this shit broken down, the shit that we all saw. And so it's like, is it a win that if you kill a guy on camera, you get locked up? It's like, bro, that seems pretty basic to me. But in this world we live in, nothing is basic. Everything is divisive.
Well, if you give the history of the criminal justice system, like, you could see how it goes every single time. That's the reason I'll see it as a win compared to what kind of system we're in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, if they didn't convict him, like, what the fuck? That would tear people apart even more, But
I wouldn't have been that surprised. But
and the hundreds of people that go unnamed, what about them? Like of course there's issues, right? Like I'm not saying that there's no issues, but I don't know. Popularized, like, I don't know.
It's crazy. This is the first time a police officer was convicted of murder in Minnesota in the history of the state.
I feel like that's... How often do police officers get convicted of murder?
They don't.
I don't think that happens often, at all, for the last 50 years. It's rare.
It's like something staggering, like 5 out of 16,000, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was like 0.04 percent rate of them like getting convicted for it, and that was before Chauvin, and after him it was like 0.05. Like that shit is really impossible to happen. And it's just really sad because, like, I saw this one quote that really resonated with me. Like, if you're a white supremacist, why not become a police officer? And it hit me. Like, if I really did hate black people and other minorities, why wouldn't I be a cop when I could just terrorize them and get away with it?
It's like we were saying last time, bro. Like, the world is so big. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, you also have white supremacists in the world. They have the same opportunity to get jobs. I know they do a vetting process, but when you find out there's like police gangs and police at the Capitol, well, I don't know what the vetting process is like, man.
You're getting vetted by other white supremacists.
You're right.
It's like, but not gonna fucking work.
But oh, what was I gonna say? Shit. Well, what? Anything else? No. Okay, wait, I remembered it.
Could be a nice ass edit.
Yeah. Wait, nah, fuck. Okay, you go ahead, because it's on the tip of my dick.
Is it still gonna be about the Chauvin trial?
Yeah. Oh, you about to?
Because since we were talking about wins, it was like you really don't get the win all the way through because of like what else happened in this week and the week prior to it. Like everything leading up to his conviction was really fucked. You know, we saw the Ma'Khia Bryant case.
Yeah, we wanna talk Ma'Khia Bryant.
Yeah,
Girl,
I'm off the drugs right now. I could use your love right now, but they steady trying to tear me down. I just wanna tell you now,